presents the Tubcast.
It's beginning to look a lot like Tubcast. Everywhere you look.
Everywhere?
Not really, just right here. Right now.
Right here.
Right here and right now is where, your only source for Tubcast Christmas parody songs.
That's
And bad harmonies. Man, I came in real
April.
weird there.
Yeah, geez, Kyle, way to
Sorry.
ruin the Christmas spirit.
Usually
Classic
I do
Kyle.
better than that. I'm sorry, guys.
Merry
Messed
Christmas,
up.
everybody. It's December 25th, 2017. It's good to have you here, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
This
Tub it.
this is the Tubcast. This is your weekly show. This is where you come, you plug in, your batteries are draining, and it's the end of the week.
It's that
you,
push.
You just kind of, and you
you soak it up.
It's like you plugging your Tesla in, right? After a long, hard day of driving your really expensive electric car. It's just like that.
I saw on Sunday, this past week, Sunday.
That
'Cause
would
you
have been,
haven't
yes,
you haven't
that-
traveled
on
into the
Facebook.
future yet.
No, on
Yes.
on Facebook.
Yeah,
The NASCAR is going to start using Teslas for all their cars now.
for all of them.
Yeah.
That's not true.
That's the April Fool's joke, Jeremy.
I know. That's why I reiterated it was on Sunday.
Oh,
I wasn't even paying attention
on
to when.
April
On April
1st,
Fools.
you guys.
That was Easter.
Welcome to the Tubcast. My
You
name
said
is
it.
Eric, and as always, I'm joined by Kyle
Hello.
and Jeremy,
Yes, this guy.
and not Nathan.
Nope, he's not here.
He's on a super
Sabbatical.
duper
Sabbatical.
secret mission.
Mission.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, I don't
not
know
a
where you got
sabbatical.
sabbatical. Why would it be a super secret sabbatical? That makes
He
no
just
sense.
was taking some time for himself,
No, he's on a
Taking
super.
taking some.
Did he
take
not tell you guys? I guess I'm not supposed to disclose
why it's
this.
Well,
super
please
secret.
disclose it.
I mean, okay.
Does it involve disclosing?
All right. Here's what it is. Here it is. So
Okay.
it's like, it's the Christmas season, right?
Right.
So Santa, his elves are striking. Okay, it's like a union thing, an elf thing. Santa's like, I know my buddy Nathan is good at making toys. Why don't he, come up here
Right.
for the Christmas season? Help me out. So that's where Nathan's at. He's at the North Pole because obviously this is Christmas.
I don't know why you're stuck on that one.
It's beginning to look a lot like Tubcast.
Oh, Tubcast.
Just do you not know the lyrics?
Everywhere
I forgot
you
that we
our
dream.
I forgot that it's-
proprietary parodies.
I forgot that it's
Be it on
Tubness.
Twitch or YouTube.
I don't know why I'm hung up on Christmas. That was weird. I think it was just that song came into my head, and now I'm just gonna, I'm owning it. I'm already there. I've committed to the creative process of pretending that, April 5th is Christmas Day.
I mean,
You know why? It's because it's cold outside all the time.
It is
and it's
cold out.
April, and you know what they say? April showers bring snow plowers.
there you go.
Oh my gosh.
That's
All the flowers of snow
that's what.
show up
I mean, that's
when
how
it rains in April.
Yeah, that's how it.
Flowers of snow.
That's how it
Cheers
works.
to you.
Science. And the Earth
and
is
stuff.
The Earth is flat. Okay,
The
that's
Earth
what I'm
is
trying to
flat.
say. That's
Really?
what I'm trying to say.
So
Is
I wanna,
I've done the research. I walked out. I was on the beach. I walked for 20 minutes. It was flat the whole. I did that thing where you go side to side and you look at the horizon. It was
Yeah.
flat the whole time. Earth
Did
is
you
flat.
did you take a ball and pour water on it and see how the water just fell off the other side?
Also,
But if you poured water on a plate, it would hold the water.
Yeah, it holds the water.
that
if it's on a
explains
plate.
flooding, flat
Yeah.
earthing,
Actually, that would
it's
mean
just,
that we're
there's just
curved
if you look
inward.
at if you look from space, you can tell there's just a
Gravity,
giant,
actually.
There's like a giant ice wall that surrounds us, and it keeps all the water in.
And
that's
Northlings
Antarctica.
out.
It's the exterior.
Yeah, the crust. It's like a
crust,
stuffed
yeah.
crust pizza, but the stuff, the cheese, the mozzarella cheese is ice.
Eric, I'm gonna back up
Ice.
just for a second back to Christmas.
The pizza sauce.
Why are we
It's like
backing up
the
to
water.
Christmas?
I think I
wanna
know
hear what he
why you
has to
still
say.
feel like it's Christmas, because
Okay.
they say, they say that Jesus'
Huffington
birth,
Post?
that Jesus'
Yeah, Huffington
birth
Post.
was more realistic to be near March 28th.
So
What?
Easter,
What?
his death.
What?
We celebrate his death
Well,
and
the
resurrection
reason we
on
celebrate
Easter, but really we should be celebrating.
we celebrate. We usurped.
This should be Christmas.
Christians usurped December 25th from another holiday.
See,
It's the second time
Christmas-
someone's used that word on me today.
Usurp?
Yeah, that's weird. I don't hear it that much. So
Jeremy, stop
breaking
pulling
the
things
stereotypes.
out of things.
Anyway,
Yeah. So that's good to know. That's why.
Yeah, that's
it's
why.
technically Christmas is why.
Jesus was speaking to you in your heart.
Thank you. Uh huh.
You're telling him thank you or me?
No, I'm thanking you for
Oh,
acknowledging
okay.
that.
All right.
But see, Easter changes every year.
Do you ever see that-
so
that
it
postcard?
couldn't possibly be Jesus' birthday.
Or the calendar or whatever with like the babies, and they have their bums out and they're painted like Easter eggs, and it says Happy Keister.
no.
It's funny though.
That's-
Is that an Ann
that's super
Getty's
funny.
or whatever that lady's name is?
I don't
that-
know. What it, I
takes
think it's
pictures
a
of
Thomas
babies.
Kincaid.
Oh,
He's
okay.
creepy that way. Yeah.
Taxes, you obviously missed the top of the show, but yes, Nathan is not here.
Yeah.
Super secret.
Super
Can't tell you
secret.
now 'cause you
Helping
missed it.
Santa because it's
Helping
Christmas.
Santa.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Welcome to the chat, Crazy Legs. He
Oh, yeah.
is $2 short of a Kuipers dance.
How much is a Kuiper's dance?
Well,
I
all
don't
he's
know.
got to do is wait 2 minutes, right?
I don't know. I don't think
I-
it gives it every single minute with the current stream elements.
But yeah, like we were saying with the Earth being flat. I
Yeah.
mean, just think about like all the scientific proof.
There's
I mean,
so much proof.
the way that like when you look at like if like I mean Bob the rapper pointed this out. Like he looked at two cities, like they're really close to each other.
Yeah.
And it was just flat between them. There was no curvature.
Yeah.
It was, and like shoes, they're flat. Like the bottom of your
Yeah.
shoe, it's not like curved. If the
Well,
Earth
unless they're
was-
running shoes, then they're curved up on the toes.
Well, yeah, but I mean not in a way that would form to a round Earth.
That's true.
Yeah.
True.
I mean,
Maybe we do have arches on our feet, so maybe our feet
Well-
curve to the round Earth.
think about like an
Guys, I'm
airplane.
starting to
Like
think
if
that
you
there's a
flew an
problem here.
airplane from here to like Australia, your plane would be upside down by the time it got to Australia.
Oh, and it'd fall off.
Yeah.
Like rainwater would.
Yeah.
But wait,
So-
and also, my concern is when you're talking about two cities and you don't see a curvature,
Mm-hmm.
how do you account for if there's like hills
well, those are
on
just
that flat?
those are just
Well,
bumps
but
on a
how
flat.
do you
Well,
how do
it
you not
counts-
know if that's
I'm just
if
saying,
that's making maybe the Earth is round?
but there's
It's bumpy, that's for sure.
There's bumps, but I'm talking about two cities on a flat
Yeah.
surface. There's no. Yeah, Kuipers, you believe it's a flat Earth, right?
Sure.
I mean, all the science is there. That's the
It is
thing.
all
yeah.
there, really.
Well,
I went to Flat Earth Con this year. Talked to my boy, and
is it the guy who used the rocket
no,
we talked about
I didn't meet
a
him,
number of weeks ago?
but he's a hero because you know what?
Because he took
he
off.
did it, right?
He did it last week. Yeah.
So
He went like 1,500 feet into the air before falling back to Earth.
but he
But he
proved
said he
it,
didn't.
right?
He didn't see anything but flat.
Right.
He didn't see the curvature.
Did he take some
of course,
pictures at least?
astronauts say that he didn't go far enough up, but
That's the government.
you can't
right?
believe the government.
Yeah, that's the government or Elon Musk, and he's a supervillain. So what are you going to believe?
I mean, his car thing—that's just a stunt.
yeah, obviously you could shoot it into space, but that's just straight up into the black void. Like that doesn't mean
Yeah,
the Earth is
yeah.
round.
I mean, we don't even really know what space is.
It's just
'Cause
like
no one's
extra-
really been there.
Yeah, so lot of bad things going on in this world, and I'm just one of them is, yeah. Ronan the Wanderer says
Clarifies.
intern is a flat earther. Yeah, we know.
Yeah.
We're all
He's
flat
a-
earthers here.
yeah.
That's what we're discussing
Yeah.
tonight. That's the topic of this evening's Tubcast is that the Earth
Yeah,
is flat.
because otherwise, if you dug a big hole, you would make it to China. And I was told as a kid that wasn't true.
Yeah, obviously.
yeah.
so you can't do that
I mean,
because China's just over there.
yeah. It's just, you know what I'm sick and tired of is just people
over there.
people just denying the facts. Like it's
Yeah.
just there's obvious
I mean,
facts.
observable proof.
Yeah, I can look
So
at it.
much
I can
observable
see
proof.
it. I can see that it's flat, and everybody's all up in my business trying to tell me I'm wrong, but I can see it. What can they see? They can see flat too. But because the
I
government
mean, the only thing
told them it
perfectly
was
spherical
round.
that is in the world is pearls, and they're made by oysters. They're not even like, you know.
I thought he was going somewhere else with that.
Yeah, I don't know where you're going with that, but I agree with you.
Name
that
something
oysters
else
are
that's
round.
perfectly
There's a lot
round.
There's a lot. There's a lot.
Name something else.
Golf balls.
Basketball.
No, that's human made, non-human made.
Oh,
Name anything
you got me
on
there.
this earth that's
so
that's
obviously the
eyeballs.
earth is
perfectly
flat.
spherical.
Eyeballs.
That's from a human. Doesn't
Eyeballs
count.
can be kind of football shaped.
And they're not technically round.
Sometimes they're a little misshapen, and that's when you have like a stigmatism or something.
Or like lots of just matter in your eye, maybe. Does that do that?
Coderex says, "Hey boys, is there a hotline? You
There
sure
is.
can call us 475 Tub Call. You call that, you can leave us a voicemail.
Yes.
We'll listen to it. 475 Tub or 475
Tub call.
Tub Call.
Yeah, there's
That's it.
numbers associated with those letters. You'll figure it out.
88.
Something.
882-2255.
Thank
That's
you,
what the interns-
It's on the screen.
Thanks for putting it up.
You know, we don't trust on-air personalities.
We do that once a year at our Christmas special.
that's
Yes.
true.
But this is Christmas, but not our Christmas special.
This is
That's
not the
right.
Christmas special. It's just Christmas in
It's our-
April,
Our flat Earth
where we
Christmas.
talk about flat Earth.
Yeah. I don't
Because
know
there's
why.
so much observable.
I mean, that's like if you look at a forest, you just see trees pointing straight up. Where if
Yeah,
the
if it
Earth
was round, they'd all be
like
pointed different
they'd be
directions.
going all different
Yeah.
directions. I mean, it's just the facts are clear, stateable. Yeah, it's just one of those things. I'm sorry that you're upset that we can't hear you on air, Coderex.
Yeah, I mean,
Or
get your own channel.
Codex.
Codex
Was that our-
Codex. We're sorry about that. No need for the obscenities. Okay, I mean, unless you're cursing at all the round earthers, then that's acceptable. Yeah. So it's
Would
good.
you Christmas specially answer a live call from heaven? Crazy
Depends
like
on
that.
who's calling.
I don't. We don't currently have the capacity to do so. So if now technically, it like, how do we? If the Earth was round, you would just. I mean, you'd obviously just fall off at a certain point because of the round. Like if you're if you have a globe
Yeah.
and you put some.
Right.
I mean, if you think about it, our ancestors, they knew that the Earth was flat. I mean, for hundreds and hundreds of years, they knew it. And then you got who's this guy, Chris Columbus or whatever, saying,
I mean,
hey, I'm going to prove that the Earth is round. And it's like, obviously, this guy was doing drugs. Like,
I'm pretty sure like Aristotle had something to do with it, and
he was obviously on
Galileo
drugs.
and-
It's all explained away by drugs that they did.
yeah, because
everyone in history was
lead
on
paint,
drugs.
I think, was a big factor at some point in history. Yeah.
But
We sound really smart.
I mean, that's because we are.
Well, I mean, we are pretty smart. That is a true.
You know what? I know lots of people who tell me all the time how smart I am. So why would I say something dumb? Like, that's the thing. Yeah.
I mean, unless you're trying to fool somebody who you know is stupid.
Yeah, but
Ronan the Wanderer says Christopher Dumb-Lumbus.
So-
Am I right?
Yeah.
That makes me think
Yeah.
of something that was happening today.
Yeah.
I was at I work in IT. For those who don't know,
real quick, just
information
one more thought.
technology. Go ahead.
If the Earth was flat, why would we need gas to propel our cars? We just go down the hill.
No, if it was round.
Or, if it's round, I mean.
Yeah,
You know what I
correct.
mean?
I
We
mean-
just curve down the hill.
It would just roll downhill.
And we could just go around.
Yeah. Well, no, because we'd fall off.
Well, that's true. Anyways,
Gravity doesn't apply.
you were at work today.
So I was at a conference, a technology conference, and the first speaker was talking.
Working hard.
Well, no, and the first speaker was talking about security, specifically defenses against.
The dark arts.
Well, yeah, against ransomware. You know,
Okay.
where
Dark
they
arts,
encrypt
yeah.
your They use a botnet and take over your computer and then encrypt your files and then send you a thing on the screen that says if you pay $199 to our Bitcoin site, we'll give you back your file. We'll unencrypt your files for you, right? It's a pretty big deal. Boeing just got hit with WannaCry, which is the big one that's been going around for the last 2 years.
Is that like where they like take a picture of you changing your clothes and they're like, we're going to post this all over the internet?
That would be ransomware, but that's a different kind than what I was talking about. Yeah. So
that's more like ransomware in my case.
So have any of you got like those you were talking about stupid things for stupid people, right?
Yeah.
Have anyone gotten those emails like Nigerian prince
everybody
needs to, get
Those
rid
are
of
all legitimate,
$10 million,
too.
but you need to give us $10,000 in order
I'm
to
independently wealthy
prove your
because of
account?
those.
Yeah. So, and you notice how they all have like misspellings in them and grammatical errors and things like that? Mm-hmm. You ever thought, man, how do people fall for this? The people who write these are dumb.
Yeah.
They're idiots. Well, I found out today that's not true. They're actually really, really, really smart. And the reason is they're purposely weeding out smart respondents because they're going for dumb people.
Yeah, right? That's what they're doing.
Yeah, so they're like, we're making this with enough mistakes that are intentional so that people who are actually intelligent and wouldn't fall for this, we weed them out and we don't have to worry about having the communication back and forth with somebody who, isn't dumb enough for us to fish them. So I thought that was interesting.
I want to, what?
Dumb things for dumb people.
I gotta
dumb.
I gotta argue that because I'm
not arguing.
They're from Nigeria, so their English isn't as good. That's why there's so many mistakes.
Irony. Nearly 100% of all of those originate in the United States.
No, they're all from Nigeria.
Nearly
but
100%.
Let me add here. So speaking of playing on dumb people, I got those phone calls you get and they're gonna like lower your interest rate or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh boy. I wish I would have recorded it.
I had one today too.
I did too.
Not that though. Mine was for student loan stuff for my daughter. It was weird.
Okay.
Creepy.
I got this call. I was at lunch. I was just sitting alone, and I answered the call, and guy with an Indian accent. I won't try to impersonate him for fear to offend people. But yeah, he was like, would you like to lower your interest rate?
That's so good.
And then
Good thing you didn't impersonate him. Good thing you just went with like a generically offensive.
That's not how he sounded.
Impersonation.
I was just doing a boo.
So
from
you're saying
Simpsons.
he had a much better sound than that.
Yeah, he
Good,
sounded
just to clarify
more
it.
authentic. But he called. He's like, I want to lower your interest rate and all this stuff. And you know what? A lot of times I'll just do the dumb thing right away and just be like, "Hey, can I give you my social security number? Or can I?" And I'm too like up front, and then they just hang up on me.
Yeah.
Like that time that we called the
Exactly.
Nigerian prince.
Or I'll say, "Hey, I'm 12 years old. You can't do that. I don't have a credit card." And I'll be like, "You're not 12, But this time I just played it dumb. I played it like I was dumb, and I went along with it.
Like
and
you were just interested enough, but a little bit like
he goes,
questioning.
No, I just sounded very. He's like, "Well, I would like to lower your interest rate," and I was like, "Okay." And so I pressed 1 because it asked you that, right? I pressed 1, and he goes, "Oh, did you want to lower your interest rate? You pressed 1," and I was like, "Yeah, you're going to give me a free credit card?" And he said, "Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Nice.
We're gonna lower your interest. Which credit card do you have with the highest limit?" I said, "My Discover card has $40,000 on it." And he says, "Oh, very good, very good. We should let's look at this here. Okay, I'm gonna do you want to lower your interest on that?" And I said, "Yes." And he says, "Okay, well." Let me get he says the first 4 digits are 61 whatever the default Discover cards are, and I said
Sure.
And he goes, "Okay, and what are the last 4 digits of that card?" And I just spouted off 9922 or whatever.
Yeah.
And he goes, "Oh, okay, and your expiration date on that card?" And I give him 2/21. And he says, all right, and then I need the last 4 of your social security number, and I give him some bogus number.
Yeah, 4 numbers.
No, it was legit,
Yeah.
And so
somebody's.
Oh, you didn't give him your real one.
No, I didn't give my
Sorry,
real one, but I
mean
didn't
to
say
give that
1,
away.
2, 3, 4. I mean, that's.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean
Yeah.
to give that away.
Anyways, at this point,
not as
at
real.
this
1,
point,
2, 3,
right,
4.
it's real,
last
1, 2,
four.
it's almost
4.
like he tried to put me on hold, but he didn't. And then he started talking in Indian to another guy there. And then then the other guy gets on the phone, and it was almost like they were
Nice.
super excited that like, oh, we got a dumb
We
one.
actually got one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so he's like, okay, what was your last 4 again? And so I just said some other number, and he goes, well, sir, that doesn't match the number you just gave me, because I gave him a different number.
Yeah.
And he says, are you trying to play games with me? And I said,
You'd be like, oh no, that's my other discount. I thought you wanted my other credit card.
no, I said absolutely. And he goes, what do you mean? And I said, I'm absolutely trying to play games with you. I was like, why? You think I'm stupid enough to give you my credit card information over the phone? What kind of idiot do you think I am? And he goes, you stupid mother effer. And he just starts freaking out. And
wow.
he cursed at me for like nonstop. Told me how he was going to do terrible things to my family and
Nice.
my siblings and my parents and all these
I would have
terrible
been like,
things.
so do you want my address?
So I get there.
Oh, okay.
So he keeps going, blah blah blah, and he's like, you do the thing to my thing. I'll say
yeah.
it say it safely.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Smurf, my Smurf.
yeah, he was pretty much, and so at some point I just go, okay, yeah. Well, can I get your address? What time would you like me to come over and do that? He just goes, "Oh, you stupid!" And he just freaks out on me again. And like this went on forever, and he would not give up. Like I couldn't believe
that he kept saying on the phone.
he just kept like cursing me out over and over. He was so upset, and I just,
Oh, man.
I don't know. It's just a weird. I just wish I would have had it, for
I've seen
posterity.
somebody else go through
Just to-
that, where it's like they continue to get that same thing. It's ridiculous.
See, what you
Where-
got to do
where
next
somebody
time
just-
is right before you think you're going to lose them.
Yeah.
Then you be like, you know what? Can you hold on? Can you hold on just a minute? I think somebody. Hold on just a second. I think someone just came to the door with one of my Amazon packages, and then like you just,
Yeah.
and then you kind of like, oh yeah, do I need to sign for it? Okay, yep, up, and then you come back, and then you just like
Just lead them on
Yeah,
for a while.
exactly.
Just keep them there.
Maybe see if they're willing to call you back after you have oh, I got to go pick my kids up from school. It's right about time to do that. Could you call me back in like a half hour?
Yeah.
Those sort of things.
It's just
I really
weird.
want
It's-
to, get my rates down.
It kills me that people are willing to give this information away. That's not that they
Yeah.
think it's
I mean,
okay.
there's a certain portion of the population it works on, obviously,
Mm-hmm.
and that's scary.
I do see we got a
got a
redemption,
redemption,
in the chat there from Crazy
He
Legs.
waited to get the 2.
How did he get the extra money?
I don't know. He
had
got
enough. He
100
just kept
now.
putting
He
in the
kept
wrong
putting
order.
it in backwards. He kept putting it in
okay.
Kuipers Dance Redeem instead of Redeem
Can I
Kuipers Dance.
say I do like our little sun logo that pops up when that happens?
Yeah,
That
that's
is
fun.
beautiful.
It's
Didn't happen this time though.
Barbie girl is what he requested,
all right. Well, we'll get blocked in several countries once again.
including the United States.
Can we find a live version of Barbie Girl?
I don't know that it'll matter. Barbie Girl is a great song.
I'm a Barbie girl.
Barbie.
Find a weird cover of Barbie Girl.
fantastic.
Okay.
Plastic.
Barbie Girl cover. Maybe that'll
Actually, yeah.
save
If you
us.
want to redeem some extra points and have Jeremy sing it, that would be.
That's all I know of the song.
How about-
I'd have to get.
How about Barbie Girl the metal cover? That
Yes.
sounds great.
Oh boy.
I last night we
you
played
tease your hair a little?
Girls
Thanks.
Just Want to Have Fun.
They
and
tried to block us in the entire world.
They
on YouTube.
successfully did.
So if you listen to
or blocked
it
everywhere.
on YouTube, it's a different song. That's the
well,
magic of
actually,
technology.
just to update people, if you want to watch the loop and you can't, it's just on our website, hosted on our
okay.
website,
All right,
the
cool,
video. So you can just watch there, and it has Barbie Girl. Don't tell whoever the
What?
copyright people, whoever they are.
You mean
They'll
girls
send
just
us
want to
a
have fun?
Cease and
Oh yeah,
desist.
girls just want to have fun. Okay,
And we'll say,
So, all right.
point.
Are you guys ready for this?
Don't
Why
lose
don't I
'em.
hear
Don't
anything?
lose them. Do you have your underwire in?
All right, here we go. You ready? Oh wait, we gotta start over. I was down.
Imagination, life is still free.
knows what to do.
What is up with the hand art that's going on here?
Give me something new.
Yeah, do some Barbie moves.
Whoa, whoa!
I mean, some boys play with Barbie that way.
That was pretty inappropriate, Kuipers. Family friendly.
So he goes to the swing. Stop fondling yourself.
Kuipers need to learn some new moves.
Someone teach him how to Dougie.
Thank you, Kuipers. It's
you.
beautiful.
Yeah, that was
Give it up
something.
for everybody. Give a round of applause. Round of applause for Mr. Kuipers. This doesn't work. No, it
Doesn't work when I'm not plugged in.
That was beautiful.
In my defense, I've mainly learned how to dance to Christmas music all these time.
That's true. You're not
So
used
metal,
to
and it's like, what is this?
it's just a new dance. You really need to.
You gotta start doing some research.
Crazy says this got so weird so quick. What the
Yeah.
Fred just happened? You guys, I'm sincerely sorry.
You're welcome.
That was awkward to watch the music video
Yeah.
playing on your screen because
Yeah.
that dude just looked like he was like karaokeing in the middle of a dark room.
Yeah. It was.
Best place to karaoke.
I guess the other thing is that, like, we just see the backside of what
Yeah.
Kuiper's doing. Like, I
It
don't
makes
have
it
a
more
clue.
unique.
I can't even see the monitor in the studio to see what he's actually doing.
Yeah,
It's I just see Kuipers.
He touched himself a couple times. It was
Well, yeah,
awkward.
because they started falling.
Great. Now that
They-
this song.
They started falling. Okay.
Yes.
For the audio listeners,
He had soccer
was a
balls
little.
in
He
it.
was a little
Transitioning,
endowed.
Okay.
He was transitioning.
I was well endowed. Carry on.
Okay.
Oh my!
So the topic today.
Lovely weather we've been having.
So, Kyle, you got an email?
Yeah, LinkedIn seems to think that even though I've just recently gotten a job that's new, that I need another one.
Oh, you'll
or
get
a
those
newer
forever.
one. Yeah, well, one of the jobs that they sent me that they think that I would be qualified for is a sales and support generalist at Victoria's Secret.
And you said yes.
I didn't. No. I mean, that's
I don't even think they hire guys.
I was wondering the same thing. I was like, that's really weird. Don't they only
you
hire
should
women?
Reply to it and ask.
Just ask.
You know, I was always interested in that store, but
I'm
felt like
sure you were,
did-
Jeremy.
No, I'm just saying you could catfish this, just like Eric was doing with his call,
I don't think
and
it
then
works
report
like
back
that.
to us. See
I
what
don't
happens.
think it works like that because
it's your real self, so it gets
Yeah,
a
it's
little
my
more
real
too
self.
scary. Yeah, I get you.
So they want you to be a sales rep?
well,
or-
no, it's just they send you a bunch of jobs, you know, that
customer
they're like,
service
oh, you
for
could
a-
be this person, and I don't even know what that is. Support generalist.
Wow, there's a lot of support happening at
There's a
Victoria's
lot of
Secret.
support happening.
Yeah.
Kuipers might need to make a stop
Yeah, I
there
think-
someday if he keeps
Soon.
dancing.
Maybe
like,
a Kuipers
Is that in
Well,
addition to the swimsuit
Why don't
shopping
you
trip?
Yeah, why don't you talk to your mom and maybe she can go help you out.
Brown Eyes for you says, nope. I talked to a guy there last night.
Well, there you go. You have
well,
an
there.
opportunity.
So there, it's
So,
not
okay.
just women that
it's
work
not
there.
just
That
Do
would be
they make-
sexist
Do
if
they
they did
make
that.
would be.
tips?
They're customer service reps. I used
oh,
to
sorry.
I used to
Yeah.
work for Spiegel customer service, but I don't even know if it's around anymore. But it was like a women's catalog. It had a lot of different stuff in it, but it had a lot of women's clothing too. Customer service. I was 18 years old.
Nice.
I'd sit there on the phone.
I love this story.
I don't know if this is the story that you're thinking of.
Well,
but
maybe not.
I would get calls, and there was one guy that would call me all the time. And he was, I'm pretty sure, at the time, I mean, this was, wow, I'm going to date myself here.
A long time ago.
Yeah, at least 18 years ago,
Yeah,
if not 19
been
years
a
ago.
while.
And this guy, so the whole transitioning thing was kind of new. Like at that time, I didn't really know about it. You know, I wasn't real brought
Yeah.
up on it.
I mean, you didn't grow
But
up on the West Coast.
I'm
or
pretty
East
sure
Coast.
he was in the process of that because he would call and then he would ask me to look stuff up in the catalog and then like tell him if I thought it would look good on him, even though I could not see him. And so we'd look through a
You say,
lot
it
of.
looks good on the model.
You looked through a lot of magazines together with
I
that
looked
man.
through a lot of like catalogs with the and the
Was there
bras
pantyhose?
and the pantyhose
Yeah.
and the panties and the
and
sewing
you kept
suits.
saying yes, right? Or did you ever say no?
I would
that,
usually
that
say-
would not be work for you.
I would usually say, I'm sure that would be great if you liked it.
Please tell me
You-
this
Do you
wasn't your
feel
first
like
relationship.
did you guys get to know you? Did he know when he was talking to you on the phone?
No, because he called a lot of people there.
Oh,
and like we all
okay.
knew who he was. And
Everyone knew Jerry.
and we were
Everyone knew
supposed
him.
to politely hang up on him whenever he called because
Why?
because
If
he
he's
didn't
buying-
actually well he
oh, he
didn't
didn't-
actually
oh,
buy.
he was
if
just
it's,
a
If it's
perv.
taking
Yeah.
up your time, that's kind of how
no.
things work.
He was
But because I
Using
didn't,
it as a call-in
I was
channel.
young and didn't
Yeah.
respect my job at that time. I just
You
stayed on
helped
the
him.
phone a lot with him
You
because
helped
I
him.
was bored and it was fun. And I would be like, well,
you're not naive, right?
this
To-
one. I don't know if is that
he
your
may
color?
have been doing.
Like, do you wear green a lot?
do
like,
you
wear-
not realize that you may have been an accomplice?
accomplice to his right hand?
Yeah. wow.
I never thought of that.
Eric.
I never thought of that until you said that. But now I'm greatly disturbed.
Yeah.
Now I'm
Oh my
incredibly
goodness.
uncomfortable with this whole topic.
You were 18 at least, right?
I was 18.
Okay, well then.
I mean, I didn't
you didn't
know
get
any
money
better.
for it.
I mean, I made like, I think I made for
So it's companionship
2000
only, though.
I was making like
from him.
$8 an hour, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, it was. Yeah, I didn't know I was helping, but I was just trying to do a good job. I felt like everybody was giving this guy, a rough time,
yeah.
and I just wanted to give him a hand. And
I mean, everyone else is giving him a stiff arm.
Yeah.
And you decided to give him a hand.
I just want, I figured he was down and out, and I wanted to cheer him up.
Yeah.
He's going through hard times, and
was he on
I
the
don't-
Was he on the call roughly the same amount of time?
No, I don't know.
Did his
Remember? That's
voice
long.
change towards the end of the call?
I don't know. You're getting really particular and
Yeah.
specific in a gross way that is
Yeah, that's-
not very family friendly.
That's
I would say that, I guess I was helping. I didn't realize it, though.
you were young and innocent.
Those were the days. I didn't last long. I think I was 6 months at that job.
Yeah, it's not not everyone's cut out for that kind of job.
I
Customer service
did
in a
some
phone's-
telemarketing for a while.
I like customer service when I'm dealing with people face to face, but I think when it's on the phone, I just I don't have the empathy, that I do.
I did
when I
like the
see
worst
their
kind
eyes.
of telemarketing. Well, I did the best kind too. For a while I did Sports Illustrated surveys, and you only called existing subscribers, so they actually liked getting a call. But then the other one that I did was there was a marketing list of people who had gone to either Reno or Las Vegas and spent money in these casinos. And so I was selling blackjack helper cards and like how to gamble cards, basically, that they would get in the mail. I mean, this was 20 plus years ago, that they'd get in the mail that they could put in their pocket so that they could pull it out while playing the game and check
So they
out the
could cheat.
odds.
Yeah.
And then you would sell that to them, and I was the top seller for like 6 months running.
Wow.
Yeah. So
It does not surprise
Cool.
me that you would succeed in a sales environment.
I
Yeah.
learned a lot about
It does
how to
not
play
surprise me
blackjack.
at all.
You should maybe be like a used car salesman or something.
No.
Maybe I think that'd be good for you. It's it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. That's all. Yeah, I don't know. We have come a long ways on this journey together. Brown Eyes says, "This is hilarious. You were helping Eric." Had those calls before, so she was assuring me that I was helping him in some sort of task.
Oh yeah, if you work in one of those,
she said you helped for 6 months. LOL. Yeah. So
yeah, you work in a phone, environment like that.
Bullpen.
You're gonna hear those calls happen, whether you recognize them or not. Mm-hmm. They're happening.
Oh yeah. Did you get a lot of those calls?
Yeah, I didn't, but I mean, there were people that would call and would get ladies that were on like my teams and stuff at my old job that would
At
just
transaction
say
friends.
Yeah.
At Transaction Friends. Yeah.
Okay.
You would hear some nasty stuff that dudes would say, especially if you worked on like the weekends or like late nights.
That's when the dudes get crazy.
Yeah, that's when
the
people
phone.
get drunk or whatever and decide that they're gonna call in and ask if you've done things with all kinds of things.
Okay.
Coleslaw.
Sounds like
I'm
a
not even
story.
kidding.
That's a story.
That was something. Yeah, they called in and asked if they did things with coleslaw.
He's like, sir, you should probably eat the coleslaw. And he's just like, I got something else in mind.
This was while someone was in training and they were so
man.
disturbed. It was like, what am I supposed?
Yeah, that's weird.
Make the customer happy, right?
Call
No,
centers are
no,
weird.
Right, Eric?
no, that is
I mean-
not how that works.
The customer comes first. That's always my rule. There's a lot. I couldn't say it with a straight face.
There's other professions where that is true, I'm told.
Oh, my ears are all plugged up from trying not to spray soda all over everything.
So,
Kuipers, I need a new drink.
Stop it.
what just happened?
Strawberry or whatever that bottom row is.
Just get him a Shasta.
Just give me a Shasta. Need to cleanse my palate after that one.
Okay, all right. Welcome to the Tubcast. This tonight's topic is about raccoons. We're here to talk about raccoons.
You have a sordid past with raccoons.
I tell you what, man. Raccoons are
They're great in the movies.
pesky. They're cute too, like from a
they
distance.
are.
I
Like
think-
Rocket Raccoon.
Little trash pandas.
I think they're very cute. I feel like I put stuff. Oh, you know what I'm doing? I'm looking at the wrong place. I was like looking for this article,
Yeah, you
and
put it somewhere else.
I put it in Slack and not in the Google Doc. Sorry, everything has just got off. The train has fallen through the. You know why the train fell off the tracks? Because the Earth is round. Okay, you stupid idiots. It's not flat.
That's
Bunch of morons.
never mind.
Wait.
I know.
Did we just invalidate the whole first half of the show?
No, because he's still defeating gravity.
Yeah, I'm still arguing that gravity. It's round, but it's not. Okay. Yeah, no. Anyway,
Brown Eyes
raccoons
says
are
I'm
so
about to
cute.
pee myself. I'm
Yeah,
assuming from laughter.
yeah. I mean,
We always assume it's from laughter, right?
that's we can only hope. No, this story comes from the Washington Post. I mean, I might let you do your job, Kyle, here and read a little of this, but
Oh, I got to read it?
oh yeah, I
gotta
mean
find
that's
it. Okay.
that's why you were put on this earth.
Yeah. Or at least on the that's
to
why
read
you're
the
allowed
news.
to be on the show.
Yeah, that's why I'm
No, but this
allowed
comes
here.
from the Washington Post and it .com, and it says he thought something was wrong with the raccoon, then it stood on its hind legs. And that's the dramatic pause here. I mean, unless we
So
want to
he's
just
from
play-
outer space,
We could play this video.
Yeah.
And they could
Kuipers, can
listen.
you pull up the video?
Kuipers, pull up the
Hold on,
video.
working on it.
Okay.
Kuipers is doing new stuff here. We're making
Yeah,
it happen.
You can do it, Kuipers. We trust you. Just,
They're so cute. I think it's the way the black is over their eyes. It just
They
makes
look
them,
like little bandits.
oh, they're so cute.
They're gonna rock. I'd happily put my hands up and give them all money out of my wallet. All right, Kuipers.
I
play
wanted
this.
one
Is
for a
it-
pet.
It doesn't
They're
look like it's
kinda
playing.
mean.
Refresh the page, maybe. Refresh.
Where is it?
The refresh. It's Chrome.
On the top left.
It's over.
Right
Yeah.
Yep.
there.
Got it.
Oh yeah.
Push play now.
See, that still looks cute to me. I don't know
No.
It's showing its
No one can.
fangs.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there we go. We don't got sound though. It's muted on the player.
why.
And all of them have the same report of what they are calling strange zombie-like behavior. And all of them are happening in the middle of the day.
Looked over there, and he got distracted, and he saw a raccoon coming our way.
Robert Cogasol's playtime with his dogs was interrupted by a feisty and sick raccoon last week.
I got the dogs back in the house. The raccoon follows us right to the front door.
Once inside, Robert, a wildlife photographer, grabbed his camera to document what he called extremely strange behavior.
He would stand up on his hind legs, which I'd never seen a raccoon do before, and he would show his teeth, and then he would fall over backwards and go into almost like a comatose condition.
Robert attempted to scare the raccoon away, only
Bad
to find
idea.
the animal was not interested in leaving.
He'd come out of it, walk around, and then he'd do the same thing again.
Youngstown police were called to 14 similar situations in the past 3 weeks. Reports detailing particular behavior and large noises or motions not scaring the animals away. The majority of the calls happened in the daytime, too. And raccoons are nocturnal. Those animals, including the one in Robert's yard, were ultimately euthanized.
I took these photos
the
on my
Ohio Department
iPad.
of Natural Resources tells me it doesn't
He was
sound
showing
like
them on his
rabies,
iPad.
but
He's
rather
a wildlife
disease called
photographer.
distemper.
Oh,
Raccoons
does he?
are really
Yeah.
That's
prone
right.
to getting several different diseases that even amongst themselves can be
I'm
devastating.
glad they have the phone
to the
picture there.
population.
How would we know he's on
Jeff
the
says
phone?
diseases like
Yeah. I mean,
this
it's an iPhone
stay local
5, but-
and eventually die off.
When you end up with just a couple individuals left
Maybe a 4.
that aren't as susceptible to it, then the disease
Couple
kind of dies out for a
individuals.
while until the populations grow again.
And Jeff says trapping is the way to keep the sick population down. He says once you do trap them, though, do not relocate them. These ones, unfortunately, have to be euthanized. In the newsroom, Molly Reed, WKBN 27 First News at 11.
That means killed, not made younger.
Yeah.
Just in case you didn't know what the word was.
So Molly Reed helped us out there
Yeah,
with
thanks,
this
Molly.
story.
Thanks, Molly.
That's
with
our
your,
correspondent.
With your on-site.
Thank you for that.
News.
But oh my gosh, Crazy Legs, settle down.
Crazy.
They're
We're talking about zombies.
But yeah, they were
Brains.
saying that they're possibly rabid, and it's one of those things where, I mean, raccoons. I mean, if
But it's a disease
it's
that normally
distemperament.
impacts dogs or something.
Well, it's
like that?
distemperament, which they
Yeah.
said it can. Like, there's a handful of animals
Yeah.
that they've found it
Yeah.
in before, but it doesn't spread to humans. It doesn't seem to. It doesn't seem to.
doesn't-
But yeah, you
yeah.
get you're supposed to get your dog like shots for distemperament because they can turn into crazy zombie animals.
You don't want that.
But this kind of leads us into our next, like our topic, our actual topic tonight is, if
What would you do?
for a Klondike coon.
Klondike coon?
No, but these raccoons are cuddly and cute, but they're like, if they turn to zombies and all these animals start getting the zombie disease,
Yeah.
it's maybe a different type of zombie apocalypse than we had anticipated.
Yeah, so because it doesn't impact humans.
Yeah, it doesn't affect the humans, but then all of a sudden, here's all these humans. They're trapped up because they got animals trying
So
to
it's
eat
like-
them.
Yeah.
So what? And it's also kind
We
of
have the Omaha Zoo here. That would be.
Yeah, it would be
oh.
really bad. It'd be devastating.
There'd be a lot of.
But this is also kind of inspired by the recent release of Far Cry 5. In that game, you can go around and collect things from prepper stashes.
Right.
The doomsday
Yeah.
preppers. They got their bunkers. So we really wanted to discuss what our personal, bunker would have in it. What we would prep for. This topic came up, and I intentionally didn't really think about it till now. So you could have the most
Yeah.
quality entertainment off the cuff. So I don't really know, but I feel like Jeremy, you've got the best idea.
I'm not gonna say if I have a prepper stash or not.
Of what?
I wouldn't be.
I know, but I'm just gonna.
I don't have a full complete.
I would be
But
surprised.
I feel like you have the best idea.
But no real prepper is ready.
I feel like
they're always getting ready.
Yeah, I feel like you have the best idea what you would have, though.
I mean, so it depends on what you're really prepping for. If you're just talking about like global apocalypse, or if you're talking about raccoons and other animals going crazy, I think
Right.
that's a different type of prepping.
No, they're the same.
No,
It's all
I think
prepping.
there's a difference.
You're saying if you're prepping for animal apocalypse, it's different than human apocalypse.
Yeah, if you're prepping for like the breakdown of the government, or some kind of civil unrest or something like that, I feel like that's very different.
So you're talking about like this kind of prepping.
What's this kind of? You
Yeah,
need to
what-
describe it for the.
Okay, for
Yeah.
the audio listeners, there is a man's basement with it looks like a second level basement and a missile silo.
Yeah, so there's missile silos all through the Midwest, and most of them have been decommissioned, if you will, from the government. And many of them have been turned into like prepper condos. And
Yeah, those are cool.
You can
Are they like
you can buy
up class?
Yeah.
Like swanky.
very much high class for most of them.
Yeah.
But anyway, no, I mean, I think there's probably a few essentials. I mean, you want to have some rations, right? You want to have some food that can sustain time.
Like peanut
Twinkies.
butter.
Most importantly, I think more than anything, this is my number one food source. I think that is the most important in a true prepper stash.
Ravioli. Chef
no,
Boyardee.
No, a 50 gallon drum of rice,
Oh, okay.
just straight up rice,
'Cause you
because
could-
it's super cheap.
Yeah.
Super cheap.
Doesn't really go bad. That
So you've
Doesn't,
got a
as
drum
long as
of
it's
rice.
airtight, it doesn't go bad at all.
Yeah.
But what happens when things happen and then you open it?
Well,
Do you have
then,
to eat 50 gallons within how much
no,
time do you have to eat it?
reseal it. What are you talking about?
Oh, okay.
You just have to keep it dry. That's the
Yeah.
only thing. And
don't
not,
let your bunker
not only
flood.
that, but technically, you don't even have to cook the rice. You do have to get it wet in order to make it
It'd
digestible.
probably have to sit for a while to get it
It would have to
soft enough.
sit similar, like, and the other forms of that would be like legumes, right? Different types
Yeah.
of beans and things like that. Because in a dried state, they can last forever, pretty much. But anyway, I think that's probably a good base for anything else too that you want to put into it. So it's a quick and easy thing to save. So any preppers that want to have a hot tip would be get yourself some rice and store it away,
I like rice.
and clean water.
Rice is good.
That's
I
important.
had rice for dinner.
No.
Clean water.
So what else would you put in your stash? No, I'm not. I mean, I don't think you need to make it. You really cannot keep your mic.
No, I can't
in
do
the
anything today.
mic. It's not in there all
I
the
know.
way.
That's what it is.
It's not in there all in the hole all the way. There you go.
That's why.
you go.
That's what was happening.
Yeah.
So like, what would you? I mean, you don't need to necessarily
Well, I feel
cater
like
this
you
to
need
an
a shotgun.
animal.
You need a shotgun.
Okay.
Hands down.
Okay. A shotgun.
A shotgun with obviously some ammunition for it. Mm-hmm. You need something that you can use to start a fire.
Like a fire starter.
Yeah, of some kind.
Probably something.
So my eyeballs. Check.
What are you, Cyclops or
What?
something?
Yeah.
What? Seriously?
You can't start fire with your eyeballs?
Actually, if you want, you could get to make it really simple, is just collect your dryer lint and take your toilet paper rolls, the inner core, and you take your toilet paper rolls and you stuff them with the dryer lint.
And just
And
start
you just
saving
pack
that.
them, and then you save those. And then all you need is a piece of glass or magnifying glass, and you can light those with the sun,
Really?
even in low light.
Really?
Yep.
The sun.
Yeah.
That's a really good, helpful tip there, Jeremy.
I mean, using a flint or something like that is obviously easier.
Welcome to Uncle Jeremy's crazy hot tips for preppers, prepping and bunking. Welcome to the show. It's
good to have you back, Bill.
Collect your belly button lint as well
You could
as
collect that too.
collect your belly
It's
button lint
longer.
as well as your dryer lint. Stuff it in your TP pipe, and you sit down. Do you want to keep them dry though, Jeremy? Do you want to keep them dry?
The
The
lint
lint?
balls?
Yeah, I do want to keep that dry.
Well, to have it light, it needs to be dry.
Right, you break
Correct.
some glass,
Yeah.
maybe a bottle or two from the bar. You go break a glass, you just light it on fire.
Well, the problem with most bottles from the bar is you'd have to use either like a clear gin or vodka bottle.
That's the first time
Because brown bottles won't work.
and it came back at me.
Yeah.
Why would you? Oh, brown bottle. Yeah, you need it to
Yeah.
be clear, right?
Because they're diffusing the light.
Okay, so what else would you have? Give me a quicker. I want to run down. Snap here. Let's
Wait.
get to.
I mean,
What else you got in
those
there?
are probably the most important.
That's all you got. You got Jeremy's got rice, belly button lint, and a shotgun.
Yeah.
That's it.
And
That's-
clear bottles of alcohol. So that was for the lighting?
No, he was saying to use a bottle as. No, but if you do store some alcohol, that's a great way to use as a trading source. So pirates did it, and we could do it too.
All
at the end
right.
of days. 'Cause
Barters.
Everyone wants to get
Why
drunk,
would you-
especially when the
why
world
would it
is
be-
going to poo.
But what if there were other things that were more valuable? Wouldn't
What
wouldn't
be-
like
like
bullets
what?
be more valuable?
Well, but they're valuable to you as well.
So
So you don't.
Bullets.
So you want to be able to trade something that has value to others that doesn't impact your ability to survive.
fresh TP. That'll
I
have
feel
value.
Like, I feel like that would have very short-lived value.
You don't want to let everybody know that you're coming because you smell so bad.
Oh, you're gonna smell bad because forget about showers.
Well, yeah, obviously, but that's just armpit bad, not butt bad.
Have you never gone camping? Like real camping, like backwoods, no toilet camping?
This guy.
Have you done that?
Let's see, Jeremy.
Yes,
have you
I've
ever
done
gone
that.
real camping before?
I've gone on week-long backpack trips in
Yeah,
the mountains
so-
of the Colorado Rockies.
And you brought your
I brought
biodegradable
gloves
toilet
because
paper,
it was the
didn't you?
Rockies.
You brought your biodegradable toilet paper roll, didn't you?
Oh yeah.
Jeremy used moss.
You gotta.
Nature's toilet paper.
I feel like we should go camping this summer and film.
Hey,
the
I've watched
entire
so much
thing.
of the show alone. I would outdo you in paces. I know everything to survive in the
Okay,
forest.
all right, let's do this.
So-
We talked before
Actually-
about doing a Naked and Afraid.
Have you watched the show alone?
feel-
I gotta
no,
plug
I
this
haven't.
show. Oh my
Is it
gosh.
good?
Yeah, what
oh
is
my
this?
gosh. It's on History Channel.
Okay,
It's called Alone.
it's like newish.
It's in its 4th season.
Okay, all
So
right,
I'm watching
all
the
right.
4th season right now. It's almost over. But what they do is they just now this new one they sent out 2 people. But what they had been doing is just send out one person and like they went to Patagonia or they went up Pacific Northwest kind of.
So they're solo.
One person
survival.
they send them out there. They usually had like at the beginning they had like 12 people or something like that. You have to survive the longest. Whoever survives the longest gets
Okay, so but they're all they're all out there, but they're by
They're
themselves.
a few miles apart from each
Sweet.
other, so they can't like interact with each other.
Do they allow? Is it similar to like Naked and Afraid, where they're allowed to bring like one item in?
They actually are allowed to
Or-
bring more because they're out there for so long. So they
Oh,
get
okay,
like
they're not dropped off with nothing.
they get like
the,
10
that
items.
Survivor Man
They get
thing
like
or
10
whatever?
items. They get a couple tarps and some stuff. And they even they provide them with like a little bit of rations just to get them through the first couple of days, like some trail mix and jerky.
This sounds like vacation to
How
me.
about this?
I would
How about
love
this? I got an idea.
But they put hold on real quick. Keep your idea. Hold on. Don't forget your idea. But they put them out there and they're just like, all right, you see how long you can survive. And these people are living off fish. They're eating slimy slugs and things.
So it's
They're
who
trying to-
survives the longest?
Yeah, and then people, if they have a little like GPS radio, and if they get hurt or injured, or they got like,
and they
if
have
they
the guy filming.
no,
Oh, they're doing solo.
they train them how to be camera
Yeah, okay.
people.
All right.
They
I've
have to
seen
bring
other shows
all
like
their
that.
own camera gear.
It's just like what
They have to set their cameras up and
Nice.
record everything themselves. All
Like
the stuff.
I gotta
Survivor Man.
binge this. Where can I binge it?
history.
It's on the. If you have a cable TV login of
Can
any
I
sort,
use yours?
Just log into it. Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
like
sure, I
it's like
can
that
run it.
Survivor Man where he used to go
Yeah.
out on his own and then they'd show clips of him
He'd
walking
film
back to
himself
his camera
Yeah.
as he.
It's
after he
kind of
walked
like
away.
that, yeah. But so it's a competition, and if you last longest, you get 500,000. But a lot of people they'd start to go insane because it'd just be days and days and days.
Because you're alone, too.
and they're just like, I can't take it. And it's crazy to watch the transformation. These dudes would just get so skinny.
Actually, so this
and,
is,
like,
you're saying this is a great weight loss
oh, it's a
opportunity for
great
me.
diet. It's a great spiritual like centering.
How do I get on the show? How do we get me
Would you
on the
actually
show?
survive it? You think? I don't actually. We got to just make a film.
$500,000? I'll do it.
You just got to film
Hands
a submission tape.
down.
Now they do have medical checks periodically where they'll send someone out to make sure you're healthy,
Sure.
and if you're like if you
can-
lose too much weight, they'll pull you. So
Make
you gotta
sure there's
eat.
enough berries in your poop.
You gotta eat.
Yeah.
You gotta make sure everything. And there's
I'll
bears.
just bulk up even
You can't-
more
You can't bring a
before
gun.
going,
You can't.
obviously.
They'll let you bring a bow and arrow, but you can't bring a gun.
Oh, sweet. Bone arrow's fine.
Yeah. So you could
Compound at least, or is this
I
we're
don't
talking
know.
like
probably
reflex?
A lot of the cool dudes will make their own bow. Like
Of course, I
weapons
did
and
that when
stuff.
I was younger, too.
So, anyways, it's right. Yeah, look it up alone. What were you gonna say, Kyle?
Can
you
we
have
get
an
you
idea?
on the show, though?
I was gonna
Let's-
say we could
let's do
we
that.
could just do our own like
Terrible
naked
version of it.
Our own Naked and Afraid.
Let's do it.
You two could compete to see if the two of you could survive together.
We'll just do a long weekend.
And
test.
we'll have our camera crew, which can comprise of
right.
Kuipers and Trevor.
Yeah.
And then I can produce the show.
Okay.
And the three of us will glamp as we follow you guys around.
You're
like
gonna
glamour.
follow us while we're.
Well,
don't
if-
we need to be alone? Like.
No, I feel like we'll do it more like a Naked and Afraid.
Naked and
style.
Afraid
Wait,
has
I'm gonna be
a
naked?
camera crew.
No, I don't think we would. We
you
want it
guys,
to be
you guys
Twitch
just don't
friendly.
have to be in like
Oh.
just swim trunks. How's
Okay.
that?
Swim trunks.
It's called Swim Trunks and Afraid.
Okay, I don't know. We'll see.
Swim Trunks and Afraid.
Two dudes are left by Lake Manawa alone.
I feel like maybe we could do like Badlands in the middle of the summer.
Oh my gosh,
That's
sounds
like your
You would melt.
Oh, I would hate it.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
would completely hate it.
At least at like
Let's
the
go to
Pacific
Missouri to
North.
the Ozarks or
The thing
something.
about like the place they put them, the most seasons they've gone to the Pacific Northwest, and it's like rainy all the time, and
Oh,
they're
yeah.
trying to keep their stuff dry all the time. It's by the ocean, so they're catching some fish and stuff. And I don't know, but it's a good show. All right.
Crazy says.
I mean, I know how to make a crab basket.
yeah.
Yeah. Crazy,
Crazy
says,
says Jeremy naked equals me afraid.
It's okay. It's all
so.
right.
It still would be naked.
It would be
I'm afraid.
naked and
Yeah.
afraid.
Kyle, real quick, what would you keep in your stash, your prepper stash?
I would probably die.
Comic
I'm
books?
not prepped. I'm not prepped.
no, I'm saying what
at all.
would you keep though?
Yeah, I would get some comic books. Let's see, probably some canned soups.
Campbell's Chunky.
Campbell's
Your
Chunky.
Nintendo Switch.
Because you
with
got
a bunch of battery packs.
Yeah, I suppose.
Some
I mean,
solar power.
Yeah, I'd have a generator maybe, or like a solar power something or other, so that I could still
That's
have
hard
power.
to move.
What's hard to move?
Solar. I mean, you get the small solar power ones,
Well,
but if you
you
got
just-
a generator,
Well, no, but like a solar panel, you could just have it above your bunker,
Yeah.
and this.
well, yeah, but you don't want people to know it's there. Part of prepping properly, if
Put
you're
it
going
up
to
in
do
a
it in a bunker,
tree.
is that you need to be secured.
and secret.
And secured means
Okay.
not being found.
Okay.
Plus,
give,
the thing as well with the solar panel is that you also need to have a battery that it's actually charging.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
Right.
it's just going nowhere.
get one of the
And then-
big Tesla home batteries they have.
Yeah.
that
There
they
you
sell
go.
you mount on the
Get a
wall.
It's only
Tesla.
like $5
And
grand.
then just,
Yeah.
I mean, that's
then
a lot
you
of
just
money.
have
but-
to paint it the color of the ground.
Well, not if
It's
that-
in your
yeah,
bunker.
It's in your bunker. The battery is.
Right, but the
Then the-
solar power.
Oh.
So then it's hidden.
Yeah. I don't know.
That's how it works.
So what
right?
else would you keep in there? We got anything else? That's it. Like what food are you keeping? Just
I told
soup.
you, chunky soup.
Okay.
No, actually, it'll probably be just a bunch of ramen packs.
I feel like I would be worried.
Ramen
that-
packs you could continue to eat.
Yeah, you could live out that pretty well. You
Yeah.
have a hot plate.
You don't even
Little
need
fire.
that.
As long as you can constantly
did
boil. I mean, it's gonna be gross
in
without
college. No, in college you crunch them up and it's like having almost like almost like
the
chips.
noodles on your salad.
Yeah, like you just crunch them up in the bag and then you
so
then you
bad.
pour the seasoning in it, shake it up, and then it's almost like chips.
It's weird. That's like
Yeah,
weird,
I don't know if I'm down
gross
with
chips.
that.
Okay,
I mean,
so-
when you're a poor college student, man,
So I'd
that's
have
the stuff.
I'd have beef jerky, and dried mango. And,
Okay, all right,
Okay.
those are important.
That's what I would
Super
have.
important.
Jerky and dried mango,
Okay.
and then I'd have like some like dried fruit, other
Some
dried
trail
berries,
mix then
trail
is what you're
mix
saying.
stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
And then I'd want a couple guns and maybe like a good knife or axe or something to get some wood,
something
collect
sharp.
wood.
Yeah, I would have some kind of weapon too. I forgot
Machete,
about that.
maybe.
Yeah, maybe a good machete or I don't know
A
something
good
like that.
machete.
Maybe like a knife and a good axe or something like that. Like it's kind of a balance there.
Yeah.
And a supply of
hatchet.
whetstones.
I don't know if I want whetstones. Maybe.
They need to be dry
I mean,
stones, man.
How are you
Dry.
supposed to like keep the knives sharp,
Oh,
them
that's
sharp
true.
though?
Yeah,
If
might
one
keep
thing
them sharp
Monster
on
Hunter
the-
has taught me,
Yeah, keep your whetstones. Keep your stones
You,
wet.
you keep them sharp on the blood of your enemies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what else I don't know what else I'd keep in there. I mean, I'd want something for entertainment, but I don't know because everything I typically do requires lots of electricity, like video games or TV movies.
yeah, but I mean,
so I don't know
you
what
could
I.
find something to do.
I feel like I'd
right?
want to like try to make stuff, even though I'd probably fail. But I'd want to go out and like try to build things out of like wood and whatever I
Yeah.
could, and I that'd keep me busy throughout
Eric's
the day.
got like an old broken camcorder that's no longer working, but he's got his son holding it there, pretending to film him as he's doing a like
And he'll
a home improvement show.
I just build like a desk and do the show every Wednesday
yeah,
and Thursday and be like to no one, broadcast it nowhere.
Here's what we're doing tonight.
Yeah. Actually, on that show alone, there was a guy who he built a functioning kitchen. Like a jug had washed up on shore from the ocean, and he just kind of like cut it into a sink, and then like had a pedal where he could like turn the water on and it would drip down. He could wash his
Nice.
hands. Like he built like all these things. People chisel chess
Well,
pieces.
the more you can make it feel like home, the longer you
Yeah,
can live
can last.
in it.
Yeah. So there's I don't know, maybe some Slim Jims. I might have some of those. They're kind of like beef jerky, but they wouldn't last as long.
Yeah.
I don't know. It'd be hard for me because
I feel like the problem with Slim Jims is I mean, I don't know if you want to have
All that oil,
the
the grease.
cleansing that would come from that.
Yeah, I just
constantly
don't know. Like the food thing would be hard because like I think the rice I'd have to do the 50 gallon drum
Yeah.
of rice, and then when that was
Yeah,
gone,
that's
I'd
probably
just starve to
good.
death. because I wouldn't.
Well, the goal is that
Get
gives
that
you
chunky
enough to,
pour
know,
it on the rice.
Pour it on the rice,
you could use dandelions and put that.
Like a dandelion salad.
Yep, or you could add that to the rice to add flavor.
Mm-hmm.
Pine cones you could add to it for flavor.
Crazy Legs says Eric would broadcast with a volleyball named Kuipers to some coconut audiences.
I think it'd be important too to have some seeds for something to plant.
Yeah. If you could-
Sunflowers.
yeah.
Plant some sunflowers.
Maybe you could build like
Well,
a
that
whole
would
like
work.
hydroponics system down
That
there,
would
and
be
you could
crazy,
grow like
but you
tomatoes, and you could grow because I mean, if you think
You'd
about it,
have-
that's how they're growing off-season tomatoes is
Yeah.
hydroponics. So
Yeah.
like, yeah, I don't know. That stuff is intriguing, but doing it alone would be harder. I think if you had people helping you,
Oh, yeah.
it would be so much easier. But
Right.
Okay, so in a pseudo apocalypse where I feel like we have a better chance of surviving together, we can team up.
Okay.
But if it gets to the point where it's me or you,
you're gonna kill me.
yeah.
Okay, that's okay. I mean, it'll really come down to whoever kills the other one first. But I mean,
Yeah,
and I don't really,
absolutely.
And
I would always be watching my back.
And I don't think that would be a skill-based thing necessarily. It
No.
would just be more of a who has less of a heart and who would
who
like,
feels like it's
like
hitting the
just-
fan faster.
Yeah, who just wants
Yeah.
to kill Eric first. I think that about does it. But do we have any emails or voicemails
No.
or anything coming from the mails? Bags?
No one's mailbagging us.
During your post-apocalyptic bunker podcast, you're going to make sure and ask that every week, aren't you?
Yeah. All right, Kuipers, do we got any mail? And I just
Oh,
look at a
there's
silent
nothing.
volleyball, just red eyes drawn on it, and it just stares back at me. Sometimes I put a couple soccer balls under it to remind me of Kuipers. But yeah, that's it. So this is the part of the show. You know, it's famously always at this part of the show. You know, it's
so famous.
It's well known. This is the part of the show where we want to thank our lovely and beautiful and kind, heartfelt. I don't know. I can't think of any other words.
Financially considerate.
Financially considerate. Patreon peeps. That's all the lovely people just like you watching or listening right now who give us a little bit of money. And I tell you what, it just
Floors
jazzes my juice rig.
Jazzes him. Jazzes his juices.
Yeah.
Jazz is my juice rig. And I tell you, it's one of those things where, like today, I got the alert and it said, Patreon just paid out.
Woo!
And and I was like, hey, this is going to
Those
help
people
us.
love us.
This is going to help us go to Comic-Con this year. It's going to help us pay our way, get our booth, do all kinds of fun things, all because
Yes.
of the support we
We
get
have
from
so
you guys.
many cool things planned.
So we just want to say thank you to all them people out there who be supporting the Tub at patreon.com/minute-in-a-tub. And, the names that you saw here on the Patreon call, there are co-producers. It's $10 or more each month that they are giving. You can donate $1 or $2 or whatever you want. It's really, really appreciated, and I mean that.
It is.
It's not just a tree we bark up every week. We actually really do
Yeah.
appreciate your support.
We enjoy the fact that helps us with trying to make this show better.
Yeah, lots of ways.
So,
But sadly, all good things must come to an end. Whether it's your grandma's homemade meal she made you,
Or your grandma.
or your grandma.
Wow,
they
why
die.
the-
They die. That's a thing that
you're
happens.
making it real dark there, Jeremy.
How's that dark? Everyone dies.
Everything dies. It's true.
That's true, but no one wants to think
The entire
about
process of your life is
Really, we should think
Death.
about it more. Like in the past, like
Maybe.
your loved one would die, they just leave them in the room with like a sheet on them for a while they
Yeah.
everybody.
Yeah, I mean,
mourned.
once you hit 24,
Yeah, like a
25,
buffet.
all you're doing is dying slowly.
Yeah, you stopped growing.
So
Now
you're dying.
Now you're dying.
Yeah.
It's just like a really slow fall. Like you had your spring and your
Or a really long fall.
summer. I mean, a really long fall. That's what I meant to say.
Oh, yeah.
And then winter comes, and then you're dead.
Because I feel like if you're
yeah.
falling, you always get to terminal velocity. Slow fall.
it. Guys,
I think
doesn't-
winter was the
Winter
name of
is
the guy
coming.
that would call me. Yeah, he was the guy that would call me
Yeah.
on that speaker. All right, everybody, thanks for watching this show. And Winter, if you're out there watching, have a good
Send
night.
us an email with what you'd put in your prepper.
In your stash. What would you hide? Thanks, everybody, for sticking around. We'll be back next week at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, Wednesday for the Loop, and Thursdays for the Tubcast. Love ya.
So
Love
much.
y'all.
Long time.
Jeremy, can I have some of that rice? Just a little bit.
I don't know if I have enough for two.
Is it jasmine?